What ancient survival techniques did our ancestors apply that are still secret but still deadly effective today? Let us unlock ancient Stone Age survival secrets, proven, powerful techniques that still outsmart nature and save lives in today's world. Number 10. Using simple tools to fish. Is it possible to fish without nets or rods? To capture fish in rivers and lakes, prehistoric people made spears, bone hooks, and crude nets out of plant fibers. Additionally, they built fish weirs, which are barriers that direct fish into shallow areas or traps. These techniques necessitated a deep understanding of fish patterns and water behavior. Because these methods are low-tech, sustainable, and efficient in situations where modern equipment is not available, bushcraft enthusiasts and survivalists continue to replicate them today. Number 9. Primitive small game traps. How would you obtain food if you lacked weapons? Using sticks, vines, and rocks, people in the Stone Age constructed straightforward but efficient traps. Examples include snares, which capture animals by their necks or legs, and deadfall traps, which use a heavy log or stone that is set off to fall on prey. Once constructed, traps offer a consistent food source with little work, but setting one requires patience and an understanding of animal behavior. Because these methods are silent, reusable, and don't require ammunition or fuel, many survival experts continue to employ them. Number 8. Navigation in the sun and shadow. Ever consider how people navigated before GPS? In the Stone Age, people used natural cues such as the position of the sun, stars, and shadows. Placing a stick vertically into the ground and marking the tip of its shadow every 15 to 30 minutes is one easy way to do this. To help you orient yourself, the shadow's path indicates east-west directions. When combined with an understanding of star patterns, this technique is still very helpful for off-grid navigation and in situations where electronic devices malfunction. Number 7. Finding edible plants through foraging. Would you know what wild plants are safe to eat in case your food supply runs out? For many generations, early humans had to learn which berries, nuts, roots, and leaves were poisonous and which were nourishing. It was a life or death situation. Foraging can be used to augment diets in the wild and is still a crucial survival skill today. But because many edible plants have poisonous counterparts, it necessitates a thorough understanding. Gaining knowledge about common edible plants such as cattails, dandelions, or wild onions can guarantee safe food and help one avoid risky mistakes in survival scenarios. Number 6. Constructing sheltering debris huts. How can you use only what nature has to offer to build a cozy haven? The debris hut, a straightforward but efficient shelter constructed by stacking leaves, branches, grass, and moss over a small frame of sticks, was the Stone Age solution. In addition to providing wind and rain protection, this natural insulation retains body heat. Without tents or artificial equipment, modern survivalists can withstand cold or wet conditions by learning to construct debris huts. Success with this age-old shelter technique depends on knowing the local environment, such as which plants offer the best waterproofing or insulation. Number 5. Boiling rock to clean water. If you didn't have a metal pot for boiling water, how would you proceed? To increase the temperature, prehistoric people cleverly heated rocks over a fire and then dropped them into hollowed-out logs, large shells, or animal hides that were wet. By successfully killing bacteria and parasites, this technique, known as rock boiling, made the water safe to drink. It also enabled them to prepare meals without the use of contemporary cookware. These days, survivalists employ this method in the wilderness since it is essential for off-grid living, uses only natural materials, and can be carried out anywhere there is fire and appropriate containers. Number 4. Hafting, fastening handles to stone tools. How did people in the Stone Age turn ordinary stone flakes into effective weapons? Hafting is the process of attaching stone tools to wooden shafts or handles by combining natural adhesives, such as pine resin, with sinew or plant fibers. Stone points were transformed into spears, axes, and knives with greater force delivery capabilities thanks to this combination of increased leverage and control. A major technological advancement that enhanced everyday tasks and hunting was the development of hafted tools. When metal is not available, survivalists and primitive technologists recreate hafting to create useful tools, demonstrating the continued usefulness of this antiquated technique. Number 3. Flintknapping, creating sharp stone instruments. Have you ever wondered how a sharp stone blade was made? The technique of carefully striking rocks, such as flint or obsidian, to create durable, sharp edges for piercing, scraping, or cutting is known as flintknapping. Using this method, early humans produced the knives, arrowheads, and scrapers needed for food processing and hunting. The ability to shape the tools without breaking them requires precise strikes and an understanding of the characteristics of the rock. Some of these blades of obsidian are surprisingly sharper than surgical steel because it enables the creation of tools without the use of contemporary materials. This technique is still relevant in 2025, particularly in the fields of survival and archaeology. Number 2. Making natural cordage. Before synthetic ropes, what was used to tie things together? Humans in the Stone Age learned that they could create robust, flexible cordage by twisting fibers from plants like flax, nettles, and tree bark. They made fishing nets, traps, shelters, and even lashed tools together with these cords. The proper plants must be harvested, their fibers must be dried and softened, and then they must be twisted into strings or ropes. Since plastic rope can break or disappear, making natural cordage is now a basic survival skill taught in schools. Plant-based cordage, on the other hand, can be made from easily accessible natural materials practically anywhere. Number 1. The bow drill method, fire by friction. Ever ponder how people created fire before matches were created? One excellent example of transforming everyday objects into tools that can save lives is the bow drill. Rapidly spinning a wooden spindle against a fireboard with a flexible bow produces heat and eventually a glowing ember. To start a fire, this ember is carefully moved to dry tinder. It's a skill that calls for perseverance, appropriate technique, and the right wood, typically soft woods like willow or cedar. Survivalists still use this technique in 2025 for emergencies or power outages because it is not reliant on contemporary technology and is among the most dependable ways to start a fire anywhere. Explore these ancient survival skills, each a powerful tool forged by time, still ready to face today's challenges. Remember to like, subscribe, and check back for more timeless advice if you got captivated by these ancient survival tips.